because I thought it was a good idea to just unplug the keyboard and make my life significantly more hard, sexually speaking and or otherwise. Who else gets turned on by keyboards? If you don't, then you're a goddamn liar. Or you're a normal human being. But in order to make myself feel better, I'm going to just say, you're a liar. Hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everybody. My name is Channel Shook, and welcome to yet again another episode of the Katawa Shoujo. Fucking nailed it. Yeah, that's right, folks. We're back here in Katawa Shoujo. I'd like to apologize. I think I apologized in my previous video from last week, which you probably didn't watch because do you watch other videos that I do, or do you just watch Katawa Shoujo, or are you not there because no one watches? Holo, you sitting back there on my wallpaper and you're giving me a smile, which I can't really see because the window is blocking your face, but you know what? You're rooting for me, girl, and that's all that matters in my heart. When no one is there to watch my videos, there will be an adorable animal, lady girl goddess of the wheat. Very white. Let's move on. Anyway, let's start off. In the last episode, some shit happened. Don't remember what it was, because I'm terrible. But it did happen, and that's all that really matters, isn't it? You know what else matters? The fact that I wake with a start. Shit! What time is it? A glance at the clock reveals that I've been asleep for nearly an hour. Thank goodness. Amy's practice should be finishing up soon. I throw on some casual clothes and head for the track. Like a real one do. Every morning. I mean, he does. It makes sense. And okay, let's go. I don't know why I decided to get off track. There was no point in that. Somehow I get the feeling that we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. Amy doesn't particularly strike me as a very fancy sort of person. Still, I suppose that there's a lot I have yet to know about Amy. Despite our newfound closeness, I still don't feel like I know her as well as I should. Oh, well, I have lots of time to fix that. Until you die tomorrow because of your heart, good sir. Your optimism is unrivaled, but I am here to crash down upon you with the terrible might of my negativity. To be honest, I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. Got it. I'm so caught up in my own thoughts that I hardly register that I'm already at the track. Emmy's nowhere to be found. I don't even see any signs of the track team. This could be embarrassing. I turn to head towards the girls' dormitory when I hear a shout. Hey, it's Hal. Hey, Emmy, all I can say is thank you for making there finally be fucking sound, because it's really awkward when it's just me. I didn't even realize it until it happened, but yeah, no, it was just, I feel inherently more comfortable with some sweet, tasty jams going in the background. I turn around to see Emmy making a beeline for me with a gym bag slung over her nailed it, slung over her shoulder. She's changed into fucking Christ, decidedly more casual clothing, a pair of shorts and an olive green top. I can respect the olive green top. I can dig it. My dear, I would wear it. You would be terrified of such a thing ever happening, but I would. And I would look fabulous. And terrifying, as I mentioned before. Her running blades have been replaced by more realistic looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. I mean, yeah, probably not. You can look like the goddamn Terminator, but at least you wouldn't look like a Terminator with running stilt, slide, skip doodles on your feet. Emmy doesn't seem to care about that, a fact which makes me smile. Hey, you came! Too early. You should be ashamed of yourself. I mean, I figured you would, but, still. I suddenly find myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug, and it proves to be impossible for me to keep what must be the world's largest grin off my face. Well, of course I came. You're so pretty. I'd be crazy not to, right? I mean, come on. Look at your face. You little muffin. Emmy ponders for a moment. You know, that's true. I mean, I'm pretty amazing after all. I shrug in response. I certainly think so. It's an offhand remark, which is why I'm surprised to see that it seems to have caught me by surprise. She blushes and smiles warmly at me before planting. Yep, she's just gonna go up there and start a little farm. It's gonna be great. It's where all the dogs will go. It's where you're gonna go, Sal. I'm sorry. It's not okay. Keep talking about the poor man's gonna die. He's probably gonna be fine. I believe in him to a certain extent. And smiles warmly at me before planting a kiss upon my lips. Now it is my turn to be surprised. Emmy steps back, resting her weight on her back heel, looking pleased with herself. My brain fumbles for an appropriate response. Lemons. Fucking nailed it. I should compliment you more often. Emmy laughs and gives me a playful shove. Chirk. I throw an arm around Emmy's shoulders, and I'm pleased when she immediately leans into me as if it were the most natural thing in the world. It would have been really awkward if you did it and she immediately ducked out from under you and just like started pepper spraying you in the face. But admittedly, this isn't Shannon in high school. Funny fucking joke. So, where to? I'm not actually sure. Where do people have to go on dates around here anyway? To the moon? To, like, a secret underground cave system? I don't even know. Well, that is a damned good question, my friend. I've got no idea. Why don't we just head down to the Aura Mart and grab something portable? Emmy's face brightens at this idea. Or I love Ruby. A picnic? Awesome. I think you're onto something, Masao. Emmy snakes her arm around my waist and we begin to head for the front gate. I'm entirely unsure of what I meant to do in this situation, but at least Emmy seems to be equally clueless. That's the best thing, because if you're a schmuck who doesn't know what you're doing at all in a relationship, but the other person does, it's really painful. Because you're like, I'm just dragging this person down. I don't know what I'm doing. Is looking at you wrong? Is looking away from you wrong? Is anything right? Am I physically incapable of doing anything right? But at least if that other person's the same situation, you both can be like, we both don't know what we're doing. But you're doing it wrong. That's all I know, is you specifically are the problem here. Despite the relaxing feeling of being with Emmy, I still can't help feeling a little tense. What if I do something exactly? I'd hate to make an ass out of myself. Usually if you're gonna dress up as Donkey, you have to have two people anyway. Maybe she'd even help you with that. I don't know. Would she be the back or the front? I assume because she's small, it work better for the back. So it's because it would look weird if the Donkey's back half was really tall, but then the front half was a little small. This has stopped being fun. It's never been funny. The trip to the Aura Mart is accompanied by Emmy's chatter about how practice went. I keep quiet for the most part, merely enjoying the warmth of being around Emmy. We get a few odd looks from passers-by, but I don't mind, how the fuck did that weirdo end up with someone like her? It's fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And that's when a bird comes breaking through the window. Is that even still the mascot for Cocoa Puffs? I try and think of how many times cereals and stuff changed their mascots over the years. I feel like that's more of a thing that happened back in the day and isn't so much a thing that happens recently. They've been stuck that way for my entire lifetime. But I feel like before that time, or really early in my life, that used to change a lot. I may also be completely inaccurate in saying all these things that I've said to you. We wound up buying some bread and instant. I'm just saying I don't see fucking Cocoa Puffs commercials anymore. I don't. Just also because I don't watch TV. But I'm just saying. Also, I only ever watch YouTube, and if anything's been proven is you ain't gonna see no fucking Cocoa Puffs ads on YouTube no more, because ain't nobody want to fucking advertise on YouTube. And I am crying about it every night. Thank you for reminding me. I dreamed a dream of YouTube stuff. We wind up buying some bread and instant noodles, realizing too late that we can't actually cook the latter in the bar. I mean, you could. You can fucking find a way. I believe in you. Get some sticks, rub that shit together. Calm down, Rings. It's not that serious. Point is, you can, like, rub some sticks together, create a little fire pit, cook them up on there. You fashion a pot out of the skull of a small animal and or human being, and you throw that in there. You wait for the rains to come. You start a rain dance. You're like, bring the rain and cook some noodles. And then you could just, like, buy a water bottle and, like, I don't know. I'm just saying you could probably find a way.
Oh well, I guess to make for lunch for some. Nailed it. I'm a fucking champion. A word being.
That'll do. The park is located after a brief loss of direction, and I blame entirely on Emmy. And now, because it's the park again, I'm once again sad because I am reminded of other routes in this game. She, of course, blames me. The only logical... This is what I said earlier. It's obviously your fault. We find a spot beneath the tree and sit down. I lean back against the trunk, and Emmy sits across from me. And Shannon's spine continues to shatter. Oh my god, I'm gonna be in a wheelchair and or an iron lung by the time I'm like 12, which is admittedly like 9 years ago. But as I said, life finds a way. I guess we should have brought a blanket or something to sit on, huh?
Emmy shrugs. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Let's just sprawl a pallet on the grass. Be one with nature. Tear our clothes off and dance in the pale moonlight. I don't mind.
I mean, neither do I, obviously. Emmy tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Curry bread. Interesting. That doesn't sound terrible off the top of my head. I'm trying to think about it. I don't hate curry. And I don't hate bread. But admittedly, I also don't hate, like, chocolate. And dragons. But for some reason, a chocolate dragon would be fucking amazing now that I think about it. I immediately take back what I said. I should never talk. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what I grabbed in the store.
Hey, so you look like your bread's a little spicy.
I shake my head, trying in vain to keep an image of manliness. No, it's sort of spicy. Got it down the wrong pipe. I breathed in pure spice. That's the worst, isn't it? Don't you dare tell me that's never happened to you, because if it hasn't, then I look like a weirdo. But if it has happened to you, you're like, oh, I'm right there with you, my man. Please be right there with me, my man.
I see. That must be why your face has gone so red.
Actually, it's because I was licking your tits. So, take that, ma'am. Yes, exactly. The lack of spice has gotten my blood up. Throbbing erection at the thought of spicy food. Who needs Viagra when you have, like, some fucking nice jalapenos? That had a chance to be a funny joke, and then I fucked it up. Because of the disappointment.
Emmy laughs and swallows the last of her bread. Well, if you can't handle it, I gladly take it off your hands.
Hey, just because you wolfed down yours so quickly doesn't mean I'm just gonna give you mine. Emmy mock pouts, causing me to nearly choke on my bread with laughter.
Oh, come on, how did you have to be, you fucking boy?
Aren't
you supposed to be concerned with making sure I've got enough to eat now, you bastard? We are dating, you know.
No. Emmy looks troubled all of a sudden.
I can't say I feel any different.
What do you mean by that?
Makes this a date. It's just that we would've... What the fuck? It's just what we would've done anyway, really. But did she feel different because before we had lunch when we were friends, and now we're at, like, a level above friends? Like, we leveled up, we got all that experience points. You upgraded your friendship level. We did the did the confident missions in the Persona 5, which, Shanna, you should really play that game again and actually put on the channel. It's only been a couple months since you left it alone. You're the worst kind of person that's ever existed. You know that? You should be really fucking ashamed of yourself. Well, I mean, I'd like to just take a quick moment here to explain to you that you're 100% correct. I am the worst person ever, and I'm trying so very hard to not be, but it's kind of problematic because I am me. And it's not the easiest thing to change. I mean, I've been a fat guy since I was like your height, which was a while back. And you know, it occurs to me that it's just simply not that easy to change all of me. I've tried many a time. Admittedly, significantly different from when I was younger. But you know what? It's so much. So I'm just saying. We'll get to Persona 5 when we get there, and we'll get to fucking doing all the other goddamn review cap shows when we get there. I'm trying so hard to find a way to make it fucking work, but my internet hates me, so I can't even fucking watch the first episode of Darling in the Franxx again so that I can take notes on it, so that I can do the fucking first episode of the goddamn review cap extra, and then it comes to all the other shows that I'd like to watch, like, I'd probably check out Citrus and maybe go over back with HMX Pride, and who knows what else, because there's lots of other shows out there right now, and I still never seen, like, My Hero Academia, and everyone tells me it's really, really good, so I feel like I should get to that at some point, but I still haven't done that yet, and I don't. I'm getting there, is my point, Emmy. Also, Resident Evil. I put out 1 episode of Resident Evil. I was supposed to put out 3. There's still 2 more episodes of Resident Evil, and then a little montage video that was supposed to come out. That was my fucking magnum opus, the greatest thing I've ever goddamn made. And you know what happened? My internet hates me, so here we are. So, before you judge me, Emmy, I want you to take a look in the mirror at how attractive you are and how sad I am that Sao is here and I'm coffee. Holo's gone. She can't even root me on anymore. I'm just sad. Now Cynthia's fucking staring at me. A goddamn Garchomp, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. Damn you, Emmy. But did she feel different because before we had lunch we were friends, and now we're a level bit above friends?
You sound like Rin. Laughter escapes and Remy grins.
Well, she might have put the thought in my mind. We talked about that sort of thing before.
Really? About me? Or about you guys? You talk about you two getting a little frisky on the side? I'm not saying I'm 100% against it. I'm just saying you gotta run this by me before I say anything. Also, it's really hard to talk really, really fast, and I tried doing that with the other voice, and it was really, really annoying. But now I'm trying over here with this, and it's still kind of frustrating, but I have to take more pauses for some reason this time. That's gotta be really... it's gotta be impossible to understand what the fuck I'm saying when I talk really fast. Forgive me.
I mean, not really, just... stuff, really. Rin thinks that the change of label from friend to girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time. Like, there's no real difference between the two.
I would disagree, but I understand where she's coming from. I can think of at least one, you know? And you take that one, and you take that other one, and that one goes in the other one, and then it goes out, and then it goes in and out, and in and out, and everyone's like, and he's like, ugh. And I can think of one. You don't tend to kiss your friends quite as much. For the second time that day, Amy blushes slightly and giggles.
I suppose you're right.
Exactly. I am always right about things like this. Thank you for reminding me. Amy rolls her eyes and chuckles.
Guess you're pretty smart, huh?
I nod in agreement. Well, obviously. Of course. Yep. I'm a fucking genius. Even Muto thinks so. Even Muto thinks so. He thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Amy raises an eyebrow.
Oh God. Oh, my voice. I turned into Paris. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually do just that. Really, the more I consider the idea, the more it appeals to me. Also, my voice is super cracky today. But not like the drug. More like just vocally. I make a mental note to look into it a little more closely. So, what are you doing after graduation? Still planning on running? Amy shrugs, seeming almost a bit hesitant.
I don't know. If I'm not good enough and if I'm good enough and can find a team, I guess.
You mean you're sure?
I haven't, really thought about it, to be honest.
Really? I mean, you probably should, you know? Graduation isn't that far off. Emmy fidgets a little nervously.
Well, yeah, but it's far enough, right? Besides, I got other things to think about. Like your sexy ass.
There's a mischievous flash by Emmy's eyes, and suddenly I find myself gloriously pinned against a tree.
Like making sure this is a real date, right? Let's fuck in the goddamn woods. I mean, if you don't kiss, then it's not really a date, right? I mean, totally.
I suppose strawberries and curry, not the best combination, but I don't think I mind. And so as I was saying, like bread curry, this doesn't sound that bad. Bread strawberries, bread strawberries doesn't sound that bad either. I mean, I know it's not that bad. I've had fucking bread with strawberry jelly on it. What's your favorite kind of jelly? Comment down below. And by this I also mean jam, if you're the rest of the planet. Yeah, what's your favorite kind of, your preserves, jam, jelly, shit like that? I'm a raspberry fan. I used to hate it. I used to all be about all that grape and all about that strawberry. And then as I grow up more and more, I'm like, I guess I don't really like the strawberry and the grape that much. I don't understand it. But you know what? Some red raspberry? Shit's fucking delicious. The one true jam for your mams. And such. Emmy sits back on my legs and grins again. That sounds very, very painful as someone who's fucked their leg up as much as I have.
There, science would approve, right?
I have the oddest mental image of Moto nodding seriously and making a mark on some chicklets. Yeah, the boys got it right. Wait, didn't I give Moto a English accent at some point? Some form of British? I feel bad now. Because I'm dumb. I can't help but laugh at the idea.
Well, I must admit, this is the first time I've ever witnessed a kiss met with laughter before. Should I feel offended?
No. I'm sure science approves. I know I do. And I am science. Emmy beams at me, and I find it increasingly difficult to keep my brain functioning properly. Just as a heads up for anyone who's ever watching the video, is like, hey, I wonder what Shannon looks like whenever there's a pause. It's just me shaking my head and putting my arms up and going like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't understand. Why did I say that? There's no, it's like, because that's exactly what I'm doing every fucking time there's a pause, because I don't know what the fuck I am. Probably a goddamn demon.
Oh, good. That's neat. That's awesome. That's rad. That's totally fucking neato.
It's at this point I noticed that Emmy has stolen the remainder of my curry bread while I was otherwise occupied with images of teachers wielding clipboards. Bitch! What? Emmy tries to look innocent, but considering she just crammed the last bits of my bread into her mouth, it does not appear to be working. So I'm curious how other people react to that kind of thing. Because I've been, hell, I mentioned like 3 times this episode already. I'm a bigger guy. I'm a bigger, but for me, I'm one of those people who's like, if I think this is why my relationships always failed in the past, is because I'm a total pushover with that kind of thing. So while I am like, we just play fries, I could eat this for the rest of my life and no true happiness. If my girlfriend was like, hey, can I have that? I would have to be like, yeah, you can have it. Wait, are you sure? Have you eaten anything today? No, I haven't eaten anything in a month and a half. But you know what? You can have it. Because apparently that's how my brain works. I think that's how I go on a diet. I need to find some adorable lady person to steal all the good things in my life from me. And it will be enough to make me just go like, okay, no more food for me. That's fine. I can live with this. Because she's now smiling, and that's a victory for me. Number 1 victory in my life is making the people's eyes like smiles. Why the fuck do you think I do YouTube? And why I never, ever, ever show the people I like my video. Because they would not smile. They would go, we shouldn't be friends anymore. God damn it. Yeah, we read that. Thief. Stop! You violated the law! I know there were assorted Oblivion jokes and references. I should play Oblivion here at some point. I should play a lot of different things. Problem is, there's so many games that I want to play, but just like, I'm gonna play them on the channel, so what? Then I also realize, I can't play them on the channel because I can't fucking record them because the goddamn internet's so shit I'll never be able to put them the fuck up. So then I don't play any games ever, and I just sit in my room in sadness. My life is a fucking nightmare. There is no happiness. A shrug from my companion is all I get in response. One day I will have good internet, and I'll just do everything. You used your feminine wiles on me. You fucking wiles user? User? I activated your trap card. I fucked up my own joke. I wasn't that hungry anyway, but I still feel the point needs to be made. Emily seems confused by the phrase feminine wiles, but the understanding dawns on her features after a moment's thought.
Wasn't anything of the sort. You were laughing. Feminine wiles don't involve laughing.
I have known many a feminine wile to involve laughing. What do you mean you can't argue? Boy, argue with this. This is a goddamn lie. It's a fucking conspiracy. Kenji was right. Women, man, they're fucking... It's a... they'll get you with their fucking Wilesley claws, man. That doesn't change your thievery. You have violated the law. Stop! Emmy laughs at my injured tone and gives me a playful shove.
Fine, you can have the instant noodles.
Are you kidding? That stuff's terrible. Hey, now, good sir, you need to calm down. It's true, I like it less and less as I get older, but... doesn't mean that if some ramen magically appears in my fucking cupboard, I'm not gonna eat that shit almost fucking immediately, because it's... not bad enough for me to hate it. Are you kidding? This stuff's terrible. If anything, you should definitely eat it as fucking punishment. Another laugh from the girl sitting on my legs, both of which have fallen asleep by now. That's terrible. You've killed the girl. And like that, she's dead. At which one leg try waking it up, which has the unintended effect of unbalancing Emmy, who falls to the side with a startled eep. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry about that, little lady, but I forgot that. I have legs, even if you don't, and they are quite rude. Legs fall asleep on me. Emmy remains on the ground, giggling. I stand up, feeling a little shaky, feeling the nerves in my legs return to normal. Normal. Not Norval. Is his name Redenbacher? Joke doesn't work because his name's Orville. Point is, my eyes wander over the scenery before fixing on figure of Emmy, who has yet to get up. And yes, before anyone asks, this was my fucking phone wallpaper at one point in my life. You think I'm joking, but I'm fucking not. But look at this. Look at this. All of this fucking artwork. All these goddamn little flowers over here, and there's this thing, and it looks kind of like a star, but not really, because that's way more than 5 points. It's not way more. It's literally 2 more. So I'm incorrect on that statement, but return. Her hair is splayed out through her head, her arms are spread, and her laughter is bubbling up through her mouth. She's having a fucking seizure, is what I'm hearing. Everything about Emmy seems so condensed into this one image. Her energy, her spirit, her childish giggling. The urge to lay down on the grass with her rises swiftly from the back of my mind to the forefront of my thoughts, and indeed I am convinced that I would love nothing more than to do just that. Unfortunately, the sun is set, and it's probably time for us to get back to the dormitories. While Emmy may be happy to stay out here all night, I don't think I have that ability. Besides, homework soon beckons. What you need to do is go do lots of battles in the battle tree, get at least, I think it's like, 200 battle points, go get yourself an ability capsule, pop that up your ass, and then you'll be ready, because you have the ability then at that point. Or perhaps if this was Fire Emblem, you'd go and get one of those heart seals or something, use that on your bones, and then you turn into a different class, which maybe you get to learn that new ability then, and therefore you then take over the world. You become the single most overpowered character in the fucking game, and you just smite bitches left and right. Felicia, thank you. I'm sorry that you had to become a dark horse mage rider person, but you know what? You kicked ass, and that's all that fucking matters. Moving on. It wouldn't make sense to start thinking about things like university, then slack off, would it? I extend a hand to help Emmy, or to Emmy to help her up. We should probably get going.
Oh, no. Look at this. Look at his face again. With the... look at that. Fucking adorabilitas. I don't know what that means either.
Emmy makes a sour face.
You're right. Oh my god.
She grabs my proffered hand and I pull her to her feet into a hug. This time, I'm the one who kisses her, unable to resist having Emmy against me. Seems a shame to leave, you know?
Yeah, it does. But if we don't get back to the school soon, we'll probably get in trouble. Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Emmy pokes me in the ribs playfully.
And you need to go do your homework, I am sure.
Sadly, you're absolutely right. I throw my arm around her shoulders and we make the trek back to school, accompanied by occasional bouts of laughter as our conversation jumps from subject to subject. Everything from running to school to the peculiar way that one of the cafeteria workers smells. What better conversations do you have in this world? There are none. Truth. As soon as we find ourselves outside, all too soon, we find ourselves outside the girls' dormitory building.
Well, I guess I'll be going then.
I think I mentioned this in a video on one of the other routes forever ago. It confuses me why I pronounce dormitory as dormitory instead of dormitory. Everyone else I've ever met would be like, welcome to the dormitories. Dormitory. It's like another word that I always say, and it totally gives away the fact that I'm a fucking hillbilly who lives in the middle of goddamn Montana. But I always say the word raccoon as raccoon. It's like, unless I'm talking about like Raccoon City. That's like, or, nope, I was gonna say or Rocky Raccoon, but no, that's not true because in that song, whichever one of the Beatles sang that song. I don't remember. I wasn't a big Beatles fan. Sorry in advance. The point is, whoever sang that song sung it as Raccoon. His young boy named Rocky Raccoon. The point is, it's just one of those things that I do. And I always accidentally write peculiarly as particularly. I do the wrong one.
Well, guess I'll be going then. Guess you'll just have to watch me walk away. It'll be both the best and worst moment of your life.
I guess so, huh? Emmy grins at me again with that mischievous look upon her face. She talking about Billy using Pokemon, she had the full motherfucking prankster ability. Yeah, my boy, she'd be getting off Thunder Waves and Will-O-Wisps off left and right before you can even fucking think about it.
Are you gonna be able to survive without me?
I laugh. Haha. I'm sure I'll manage.
How terrible. Aren't you supposed to say something like, I'll be counting the seconds you're away?
Nah, I don't think so. Emmy pulls me down into a quick goodbye kiss and steps back, looking unexpectedly shy.
Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did.
Pretty good time, too. I think we should have to do it again sometime. Emmy laughs at my deadpan delivery and nods.
See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right?
You gotta run off that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that you ate most of it.
Yes, despite that. See you later, Sal.
And she's gone. All she is dust in the wind. As Emmy turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Something so weird that I'm surprised I didn't notice it earlier. She's limping slightly, favoring the left leg. I always limp. I've had a fucked up limp long before I ever fucked up my knees the way I did. Now it's pronounced and it happens more often. But I used to limp all the time even when I didn't. I think that was just a mental thing. But then it was legitimate. And then I was like, I can't stand on that leg at all, so I don't know what you want to fight me on for it, because I'm a limp all I want. Also, should get a fucking cane, so at least I look goddamn cool while I would not look good with a cane. We'll just move on. Hey, Emmy. Is your leg okay? Emmy looks confused, or at least fakes confusion.
What are you talking about?
Your right leg, you're limping. That's the briefest flash of concern on Emmy's face. Either she didn't want me to know, or she think I didn't notice. Or I prefer to think she just didn't realize it.
Oh, that. She shrugs casually. Must have gotten knocked a little out of alignment during the picnic. Your fault entirely, obviously. No idea what it could have caused that, of course.
I think back to being pinned under the tree. Oh. You should have told me. We could have stopped and fixed it, you know? Emmy waves a hand airily.
Nah, it's not that big a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Sao? It's fine. It definitely won't be a problem, obviously. See you in the next episode, dick.
It's fine. Why do I get the feeling that she's convincing herself as well as me? Fuck no. Yeah, hey, are you absolutely sure? You don't want to go ahead and just adjust it before heading up the stairs. Like, literally, you could take like 4 seconds out of your day. It would not be that complicated. You could get hurt if you don't, right?
I said I was fine, Hisao. Seriously, don't worry about it. I've got some experience in these matters after all.
Yeah, I suppose so. Emmy grins reassuringly.
Honestly, Hisao, I appreciate the concern, but I really am okay. Now, really, I need to get going. Your attempts to keep me around are doomed to fail.
Of course. Just prolonging the goodbye, I suppose. Another grin lights up Emmy's face.
Good night, Hisao.
Night. As she limps inside, I find myself hoping she's okay, despite her assurances that she's fine. I think I can call this a successful first date. Hell, any day that ends with Emmy pinning me into a tree to kiss me can't be that bad, can it? I head back to my room, mentally thank the gods that Kenji doesn't ambush me in the hallway, and get started on my homework.